horror and wrestling fans. Once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G, and today I'm going to do my results video after last night's incredible Hell in a Cell match. Now, we start off with the kickoff show. We start the kickoff show with the New Day's defending the SmackDown Tag Team Champions against Rusev Day, which is Rusev and Aiden English. And despite the effort that Rusev and Alex has put together, they couldn't defeat the New Day, and the New Day retained their Tag Team Championship. And I start off very good, 1-0. In a very incredible and very dangerous Hell in a Cell matchup, Randy Orton went on ahead and defeated Jeff Hardy. That led me 2-0, but this match had some nice spots in it. Randy Orton got a little crazy as he took a screwdriver and twisted it against Jeff Hardy's pierced ear. Now, obviously, it didn't hurt, even though Jeff did sell the so-called injury or pain very well. But this one spot, and Jeff Hardy loved to take a lot of spots. He gets up one ladder. I guess he wanted to leapfrog, but the cell was not. He was not going to be able to do it because he hit his head. So he literally climbed up on another ladder, started swinging up on top of the cage, and fell face first down into the table because Randy Orton got out of the way. And the referee is trying his best to tell him that he's out. We need to get in the ambulance. But Randy Orton, being the great heel character that he is, said, nope, 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 pin me, pin me, pin me. So he pinned him, and he went on to win the match. And Jeff Hardy got carted out into the ring, obviously, so that way he could take some time off and recuperate from some of the injuries that I knew he suffered. That's the reason why I picked Randy Orton. So now I'm 2-0. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have Charlotte Flair going up against Becky Lynch. And a very good matchup between these two veteran performers. Very nice spots, very interesting I should say very interesting holds that they had up. But in the end, Becky Lynch went on and won the title, and now she is the new SmackDown Women's Championship. And once again, despite the fact Charlotte Flair tried to be gracious in defeat, but Becky Lynch said, "You're not going to ruin my moment." And the fans once again cheered Becky Lynch. So it doesn't matter what McMahon's going to do. The fans love Becky Lynch. She's still going to be over. So let's just get away with this heel stuff that they're trying to do with her. Let her bask in the moment because she does deserve it. She's done a lot for this company. She was, I believe, the first SmackDown Women's Champion when they decided to give a SmackDown, when they decided to give each brand separate titles. So she deserves it. I mean, she's done enough, and I think she'll be an incredible champion. I'm pretty sure they'll have something for her to do in Evolution. And a very nice and very, I think, probably stole the night tag team matchup for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre faces 1/3 of the Shield with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Excuse me. And despite the incredible spots, and I did pick Dean and Shawn to win the title because I figured that they would be interesting to see the Shield win. I actually did it at the last minute with the last swap out, but unfortunately, Dolph and Drew McIntyre won the title, so I finally lost my first matchup. But I'm still 3-1, so I'm doing pretty good. Once again, in another credible matchup for the WWE World Heavyweight title, AJ Styles once again defeated Samoa Joe to retain the title, but it was a very controversial way to finish. It looked like during the replays that AJ Styles succumbed to the Kahuna Clutch. I can't pronounce it. But the ref didn't see it. He actually saw Samoa Joe's shoulders pinned, so he counted Samoa Joe out and said that AJ Styles won the matchup. So, of course, he went off quickly. So I'm pretty sure they'll probably have one matchup at the Super Showdown in Australia. And hopefully they'll finally let Samoa Joe win. And in the mixed tag team titles, we have The Miz and Maurice going up against Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. Now, of course, obviously, both The Miz and Daniel Bryan took the heavyweight load off of this. There was a nice stuff between Maurice and Brie Bella, but in an incredible way, Maurice pinned Brie by pulling up on her trunks. And The Miz and Maurice wind up defeating Daniel Bryan and Bree for the titles. And this makes me, unfortunately, now 4-2. For the WWE Raw's Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey takes on Alexa Bliss. Now, this was a pretty good matchup, and I figured that Alexa Bliss would become more offensive oriented than she was at SummerSlam. And she held her own against Ronda Rousey, this time working on the supposedly injured ribs of Ronda. But at the end, Ronda went on and retained the title, and she is now establishing herself as a pretty good in-ring worker. There's still some spots she still has to work on. But it was a pretty good matchup. I liked it a lot. Not as good as Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. That's because they're more seasonal in-ring performers. But I'm pretty sure that once Ronda continues to do what she does, she'll definitely at least get on par or might even outperform Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. But it'll take a while. And now the main event in the steel cage matchup with Mick Foley as a special guest referee. We have Roman Reigns defending the WWE Universal Championship against the Monster of Men, Braun Strowman. Now, of course, this match was pretty good. And most of it took outside of the ring as both men were trying their best to destroy each other. There was one spot where Roman was trying to do a Superman punch. He got smacked in the head with steel steps. Obviously, Strowman showing his strength, brought the steps in and started smashing Roman with it. They took a lot of punishment to each other, and then here comes Ziggler and McIntyre, Strowman's running buddies. They start coming to the ring. They want to get to the cage, but it doesn't take long for the rest of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, come in, and they're battling, and the two of them start battling out. Until all of a sudden, Dolph starts climbing up the cage. Here comes Seth climbing up top of the cage. They're on top of the cage. Oh no, are we going to see a repeat of Mick Foley and The Undertaker? We all know what happened at that one. Then we see all four combatants getting on the cage. Dean Ambrose has a kendo stick, and he's whapping the crap out of all three men. Eventually, Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins climb down. They beat each other on top of the head, and they both fall down on both of the announcers' tables in front of the whatchamacallit, but that's not what stole the show. Right when that happened, we hear whose music? Brock Lesnar! What the hell's he doing here? Brock Lesnar comes down with Paulie Dangerously, and they come in, they interfere in the matchup, and all of a sudden, well, actually, Paul Heyman, sorry about that. Yeah, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, they come into the ring. They're trying to get the cage open, but Brock says he doesn't need that. He literally kicks the cage door open and just literally beats the crap out of both Strowman and Roman Reigns and giving them both F5s. Now, it's pretty interesting because after he gives Roman the F5, he falls on top of Strowman. Now, you would think that the referee was going ahead and count the 1, 2, 3 and give Reigns the win, but I believe that the WWE did not want to give him a cheap victory because the fans don't like him anyway, and they probably would not have liked that victory, so they decided to call it a no contest. Oh, man. It was mayhem throughout the entire matchup, and I don't know what they're going to do with this. Obviously, because everyone thought after Brock Lesnar lost at SummerSlam that he was going to go in the UFC and take on their champion to win the UFC Heavyweight Championship. That's what everyone figured. But obviously, for some reason, he's back. Wonder what that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure they're going to have a lot of questions coming up for tonight's episode of Raw. I'm pretty interested to see how they're going to play this, and will this affect anything to do with the Super Showdown show that's coming up in Australia, because that's coming up soon, and they got to get that card straightened out. So I'm pretty interested to see if Brock Lesnar will be on that card or not. And so I actually came up pretty good. I was 5-3 for the night, 5 wins, 3 losses, so that's pretty good. I did a pretty good job in whatchamacallit. It was pretty interesting to see how Danny and Doc did. I did not see Doc's video, but I did see Danny's video. So I'm really to see what they did and find out what challenge they're going to go. See what challenges they're going to have for each other. But yeah, I wonder if you guys did this prediction. How well did you do? Leave your comments on your comment section below. Tell me what your predictions were and what did you think about this particular version of Hell in a Cell. So that's my video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel out a lot. And if this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. See y'all guys later. I'm out.
1, 2, friends coming for you.